All right, good evening, everyone. If I could gain your attention, please. As I said, good evening. My name is Steve Foster. I'm the president here at Texas Chiropractic College, and it is my first and foremost duty to welcome you to this great event, a long overdue event. We got delayed by just a few little weather incidents around the campus, but we're happy to get this ceremony going tonight. This is one of the highlights of what we do here at TCC. It's one of the great joys we have to take some time to recognize some milestones for different groups of students who are working their way through our program. Some rites of passage as they were. So we're going to take a little time before each one of those to explain a little bit about what the next section is going to be, and also just spend some time honoring our students and their accomplishments to this point. Those of you who are friends or family who are visiting, we offer a very sincere welcome to you. Thank you for coming out tonight to support these individuals that are down at the front. I'm sure they would say, because we know this to be a fact, they couldn't make it through this program without your support and without your encouragement. So do remember to continue to support them, encourage them, but also be careful because they're not doctors yet, okay? They may pretend they are at home, but just go with it for a while. But just be careful. If it doesn't seem right, it probably isn't. So use some common sense. We do hope you enjoy this evening, and we do want to spend a little bit of time recognizing some different groups. And the first group are the newest students to our campus, our trimester 1 students. And so here to offer some words to them and to present them with their initial white coats, I'd like to welcome to the stage our first year chair, Dr. Martha Friesen.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this evening to the Spring 23 White Coat Ceremony. I am Dr. Martha Friesen, the first year chair, and I do have the honor of being able to assist our new Tri-1s to receive their white coats. This entire program is about successes, whether it be Tri-1, Tri-4, or Tri-7. The Tri-1s will receive one of the most important things they can ever get. It's not just a white coat. It signifies their entrance into the healthcare profession. And it has been an interesting entrance so far. I wish it wasn't quite as exciting as it has been. I was unable to officially greet them during their Tri-1 orientation at the very beginning of the trimester, and I've been off campus on a regular basis dealing with my husband's medical issues, and then a tornado decided to disrupt classes, so I barely recognized the students in this class. I think I've given, a lecture maybe 5 times? I don't know. So I am delighted to finally be able to be part of something that has Tri-1 significance. So I'm very, very happy. It's a special treat for me to help them with this particular honor today. As far as Tri-4s are concerned, they're going to receive their medical instrument bags. That signifies responsibility and knowledge. I bet you never thought I'd hear you described that way. Tri-4s, responsible, knowledge, go for it. I always enjoy seeing the Tri-4s at this particular point in time and thanking my lucky stars they are no longer in year 1. Yeah, it's time to move upward. Haven't seen the Tri-7s in the class for over a year. They will receive their clinic coats, and I guess that represents 2 years down, 1 to go. Not only can you see the tunnel, but you can see that there's a light at the end of it. So that's a success right there. So whether Tri-1, 4, or 7, tonight does represent a milestone. Some call it a journey, some call it a transition. Either one will adequately, describe the process. But with Tri-1, I prefer to call it a beginning. The Tri-1 coat symbol, Tri-1 white coat symbolizes a passage from being just a regular student to being a student of chiropractic. It is a symbol of commitment. It's a symbol that starts the adventure that a few people are ever going to be able to have. Most people associate the white coat with anatomy, and when you put on that white coat and enter that anatomy lab, you are going to start an adventure that will last forever. It's here that you will be able to see and learn what you're hearing about in lecture. It's a practical application of what you're seeing. It's one thing to hear about muscles and tendons and bones. It's another thing entirely to see how they actually all fit together and how they work together. You'll be able to feel what real muscles feel like. You'll be able to see the variations in how the body is assembled. That's so much better than just looking at a photograph or a diagram from a book. When you touch a patient for the first time, it'll all come back to you. You'll remember that adventure. You'll remember that experience when you had that white coat on in the anatomy laboratory. You should feel differently when we put this coat on your shoulders because it does represent a very important first step in becoming a chiropractor. And you're not by yourself in this adventure. You're sharing this rite of passage not only with us, but with your classmates, your family, and everyone in this auditorium tonight. It is a big deal, and it is an experience that cannot be duplicated. It's more than just a symbol. It is something that we feel like you are ready to start this journey of discovery. And it's not just about being in anatomy. Most people associate it with the anatomy lab. It's not just that. It's all the basic science courses, all the clinical courses, and all the clinic experiences that will follow. It's now up to you to fulfill that mission, learn all that you can, take full advantage of all the experiences that you have, spend the time. This white coat that we're about to put on your shoulders says that we think you're ready and up to that task. As you're awarded this white coat, be aware of what it symbolizes and what you're now going to be able to do. Take full advantages of all the opportunities offered to you. It is your time to start. It is, in fact, your beginning. Thank you. To help me award the white coats this evening, I'd like to ask some of my Tri-1 faculty to come forward, like Dr. Moore, Dr. Pena, Dr. Durham. I believe those are the three. And they will be more than happy to help award you your white coat.
Hold on. We'll go one at a time. You're gonna walk up there to the first person. I'm gonna put the jacket on you. Okay, just wait there until the third. William de la Cruz. Second person. Zane Amley. Follow their lead. Christian Calix. Eleazar Mendoza. Shania Anthony. Nicole McGee. Courtney Bednarik. Brielle Scott. Imani Davis. Janae Marcel. Sarah Carroll.
Kayla Cassidy. Elena Ben. Charles Phillips. Jacob Damien. Fu Lee. Alex Chapa. Alexander Pham. Daniel Sharpless. Casey Guerrero.
Let's do for last time. Let's do for last. Okay.
Cody Hosanna. Preston Burkett.
So I'd like to have our newly coated, newly minted trimester ones to please stand, if you would. And let's turn around and face this audience. Thank you, guys. You can be seated and welcome. I was going to say let's turn around so this audience can give you a great round of applause, but you guys you came ready tonight, didn't you? All right. The next group we're going to recognize is our trimester 4 students. So they're working their way through a 10 trimester program, and this is a very distinctive stepping off point within our program to where you begin to transition from the core sciences and into the clinical sciences. Your program says Dr. Michael Shepard will be speaking, but Dr. Michael Shepard is under the weather, so I combed my hair and grew facial hair to look like Dr. Shepard tonight. If you know Dr. Shepard, he has the same hairstyle I do. So I'm going to be speaking on his behalf tonight to the trimester 4 students. And so as I said, tonight we recognize this transition for them as they begin to move from these core sciences, these core basic sciences, which provide a very solid foundation upon which we build and learn more about the human body and then begin to apply the different aspects of clinical care to that. And as I was preparing some thoughts for this evening, I thought how appropriate. You see, because what we give them is a bag that you see on the table, and it's their doctor bag to carry all this wonderful equipment, all these tools that they've received here recently. tools to help them examine patients, tools to help them in their practice. And as I began to think, I thought, 31 days ago, we had a small little storm that ripped through our campus and caused some significant damage to some of our buildings. And so immediately we had construction crews on site, and they began to repair the facilities, and they've done a fantastic job so far. And I was actually talking to the contractor today, and I said, well, tell me about, I've seen so many specialized tools that they've been using around here. And he said, oh yeah, tools are the lifeblood of their job. It's what matters to them. It is what creates their ability to do what they do. And he really shared with me kind of three major areas that tools come into play for them. First is that they have tools that help them diagnose. I've seen them walking around campus with laser levels, with moisture readers, with cameras, with different tools to help them determine what's going on with each of the buildings, what kind of damage was done, was there moisture damage, all of those kinds of things. So they have tools that help them diagnose. They also have tools that help them be very efficient at what they do. A good quality tool helps you be more efficient at your job. It helps you to get your job done faster and more accurately. And then thirdly, those tools that these craftsmen around this facility, all these facilities have been using, also help them produce a quality product, help them become quality craftsmen. The better they are, the better their tools, and the better they're able to use their tools. And I thought, that's such a symbol of what we're going to be presenting to you guys tonight. You have been given a set of tools that do those very things. They will help you diagnose. They will help you to be efficient in what you do, to be able to examine a patient, to be able to render a diagnosis and help get them on the path toward health. And then also it will be not only a symbol, but you will become craftsmen of those tools. You will become experts of how to use those tools. And so tonight, as we present you with your bags, first of all, these bags are very utilitarian. They will help you store and protect your tools, just like a good craftsman keeps their tools in a box to keep them protected, to keep them organized. You will do the same with these. But this is also a symbol of your ability, because they have a handle on them, right? And you carry them around campus. You'll carry them with you to class. You'll carry them with you once you get to clinic. And that handle represents that grip you have on the knowledge that you've received, and that you're able to take that knowledge with you everywhere that you go. It's portable, and you take it with you in your mind. So as you receive your bag tonight, think about that. Think about the portability of what you've done, and that you can be an expert at what you do, just like we've seen all of those expert workers around our campus. So I would like to ask our clinical science faculty who will be help awarding the bag. So it's going to be you? Yeah, okay. Dr. Friesen, Dr. Pena, and Dr. Moore, I believe, are coming up, right? So if you guys would come on up.
I hope I get it right.
Logan Odimo. Aaron Beasy. Elizabeth Bourne. Carter Bourgeois. Andy Brand. Marquise Cobbs. Kimberly Crow. Dylan Embry. Jacqueline Garcia. Sabrina Haywood. Jenna Hughes. Ariana Lee.
Loarte. Loarte. Spanish or English?
Sierra Loarte. Cindy Pham. Jose Ruiz. Monica Sanchez. Teresa Russo. Jana Skinner. Sydney Stewart. Rachel Torrance. Griffin Vicknair. Harrison Vicknair. Ashley Viller. Taylor Vince. Javay Woods. Brandon Zarchinsky. Maria Ziegler.
So if I could have our trimester 4 students to stand and turn around and face the audience, and let's give them appreciation for what they've accomplished. If you would take just a moment to look in your program, and on the right-hand side, we have 2 categories of folks that we do recognize, the Dean's List and Omega Psi, new members to our Omega Psi Honor Society. This program is a very rigorous, a very difficult program. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of brain power to get through. And we have students who do very well in our program, and we have some that exceed with very high grade point averages. We recognize them by placing them on the Dean's List, and if they maintain several trimesters on the Dean's List, they get inducted into our Omega Psi Honor Society. So we don't call them all up to the stage, but many of them are here tonight. So let's recognize them and applaud them for their high levels of success. So the final group we're going to recognize tonight are our trimester 7 students. This marks, as Dr. Friesen alluded to, kind of that final phase when you not only see the tunnel, but you see the light at the end of it. And this is that opportunity for them to take all of that classroom knowledge, to take all of that clinical training that we give them, and begin to apply it to patient care. So here to address them and move forward with their coding, please welcome our clinic chief of staff, Dr. Kent Gray.
Good evening. Moody Health Center is the largest and last classroom on campus, and it is my privilege to be here tonight to speak to you on behalf of these students as we present their coach. We're here to recognize 3 momentous occasions, 2 of which you've heard about. You heard from Dr. Friesen about the importance of the lab coat. You heard about the next step in the presentation, with the presentation of the doctor's bag from Dr. Foster. I have the pleasure of speaking to you about the next milestone, which is the introduction into the clinical aspect of your education and the rite of passage symbolized by the white coat that you're going to receive tonight. The white coat ceremony was created by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation in 1993 and this tradition was adopted by TCC just a couple of years following under the direction of our current president, Dr. Foster. We all recognize that there are specific attire associated with many occupations or professions, including a chef's double-breasted jacket, a police officer's uniform, a judge's robe, a superhero's cape, and the doctor's white coat. There are many attributes assigned to someone wearing the doctor's white coat, and those perceptions range anywhere from attentiveness and carefulness, knowledge and accomplishment, purity and cleanliness, and perseverance. These next comments I want to direct at this small group of Tri-7s. They are referred to, or were for a short period of time, as the Cyclone class. And I'll probably need to give some context about that and probably give a public correction, which I'll get to in just a moment. This class, along with all of the classes that precede them, have experienced a few unique challenges you've heard about. They entered into the program in January of 21 amidst a pandemic. About 6 weeks after that, we had an historic winter freeze that prevented us from being on campus for over a week. A month ago, as you've heard a couple of times, we endured an unprecedented tornado that tragically impacted the campus. I have a bit of a habit of giving nicknames, and because we were all in the clinic together during that tornado, I quickly named them the Cyclone class. The correction I need to make is that cyclones actually occur over water. tornadoes occur over land. And so henceforth, we will now refer to you as the Twister class. I mention this to draw some correlation to that attribute of perseverance that I said is assigned to the white coat. Over the last 2 years, you have exhibited that character. Now, in keeping with our evidence-informed approach, I want to talk about the concept of enclothed cognition, which I find intriguing. Some of you may be aware of this idea, but indulge me for a moment, as I'd like to share a couple of observations. In July 2012, Heiho Adam and Adam Galinsky authored a study that was published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. The study addressed the systematic influence that clothes have on our psychological processes. Let me give you a quick overview of this study. There were 3 experiments conducted, and the conclusion was that the influence of clothes depends on not only wearing them, but also on their symbolic meaning. I think it'd be safe to say that we all have favorite clothes, things that make us feel better when we're wearing them, things that maybe even make us feel more confident. This study suggests that wearing a lab coat, identified as a doctor's coat, increased performance in attention-related tasks. We discussed that perception that people have of someone wearing a white coat, and the point here is that it has the potential to impact you. My hope is that this moment and this symbol will impact your thinking, and that you will recognize the incredible significance of your future as a chiropractor. This white coat has the potential to influence you while you wear it, but I would challenge you to let it impact you as individuals representing this great profession. I wish you all the best over the next year, and congratulations. I'd like to invite the attending physicians, Dr. Stastny, Dr. Zuniga, and Dr. Parks, to the stage.
I'm gonna read your name.
Nicholas Brown. Blake Liu. Colton Muller. Charles Page. Peyton Carroll. Alexandra Dusek. Malachi Seraphin Williams. Huawei Lin. Thor Schaefer. Tori McNabb. Corey Picasso. Hannah Proretti.
They're just pushing forward. It's us three. It's because we're the shorties. We don't want the pictures. You see me too, right? That's what he's.
Bonet Noriega. Lane Ballinger. Blakelyn Mayu.
We want to be in a group, so he's like height level.
Eric Castillo. Tanae Jallo.
So if we could have all of our trimester 7 students with their new white coats stand, please. Rest of you be careful. They're going to be slipping you their business card here in just a little bit to make an appointment with them in the clinic. So what a great night. And Dr. Gray, I found that absolutely fascinating that by wearing a white coat, we can think more clearly, pay more attention. So obviously my wife is watching the live stream because she just texted me and said, can you pick up 7 white coats on the way home? 1 for one day, 1 for 2. No, I'm just kidding. It has been a great night. Thank you all for your attention. Congratulations again to all of our groups. Let's have all 3 of our groups stand and let's give them one more round of applause. So again, thank you for a great evening. Dr. Gray and Dr. Friesen have been here all afternoon baking cookies. So they have prepared them for you out in the foyer. You may want, it's a little crowded out there, so you may want to work your way out slowly. But again, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good evening and safe travels home.